In preparation of dropping my top 10 favorite films of 2024, I thought I'd do a few lists doing some genre films. And what better way to start than the movie musical, which has made a huge comeback in the last couple years. So we're going to do their top 5 movie musicals of 2024. Musicals are easily one of my favorite genres, and it's always great to see when one is done great. And we got a few of them that were done really great this year, and a couple of which are actually top contenders for the big prize this year. It's just so unfortunate when they are bad. They are pretty bad because you have to sit through the music when it's not good. Having said that, let's get into the list. Number 5, we're going to go with Mufasa, The Lion King. This is a very big surprise for me. I was not expecting much from it. I didn't even watch the live, quote unquote, action Lion King movie, but I saw Barry Jenkins was attached, Lin-Manuel was attached to this film, so of course I had to check it out, and I was pleasantly surprised. I don't think it is a perfect film. I think it does have its issues, especially with pacing. I feel like it's a movie that could have done better being longer, and also cutting out like the Timon and Pumbaa stuff. But the music is pretty solid. Not Lin's best work, but pretty solid there, and the storytelling is really good. Greatly thanking Barry Jenkins. There are some cool action, some cool musical scenes, and it doesn't feel very like diluted or soulless. Number 4. This is getting a lot of controversy online, but I think it's from a lot of people that haven't seen the movie and watching this movie outside of context. Amelia Perez. It's a pretty solid movie. It has really great acting, especially from the cast. Like, the women kill it in this movie. And to all the haters that are hating on like Selena Gomez and stuff like that, I don't understand it because she does a really good job in this film. And Zoe Saldana is amazing, and so is Sofia Carla Gascon. While this is not your typical like flashy musical, in context the story is pretty good and interesting, and while it can be boring at times, there are really riveting moments in this movie. There are some really good musical numbers in this movie. I do feel like right when they're about to like really get great, the music kind of cuts off. And ultimately, it's a movie about honesty, respect, communication, and being true to yourself. And it excels at that messaging pretty well, especially if you watch it in the context of the film. Number 3, Mean Girls 2024. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I think more than anybody else does. Mean Girls is one of my favorite films of all time. It is in my top 5 films of all time. I think it's a story that still transcends time and generations. It's things people can relate to this. And watching this musical adaptation, I really liked it. There were some decisions that they made that I didn't quite understand why they had to transition it to make it more, palatable for the modern day. But other than that, I think it's a really well done musical. It's electrifying. There's really good scenes in it. Yeah, some of the singing isn't the best, especially from the person playing Caddy, but I think it works with that character being so insecure. The standouts for me are really Renee Rapp and Avantika in this movie. I think they all captured the spirit of their characters really well, and delivers on a very fun experience for people that love Mean Girls. Number 2, it's probably the biggest musical of the year, and probably in a very long time. It's one of the front runners for Best Picture. It probably has the strongest chance amongst this list, and it's Wicked Part 1. I think it is a fantastic movie. It is well directed, well acted. I think Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande deliver some amazing performances, and they got the vocal range. We got some of the coolest musical numbers coming out from this movie. It's a lot of fun. It's heartfelt. It's funny. I do think there's a little bit of a pacing issue here and there, but other than that, I think it's a wonderful movie. It's directed well. There's a lot going on in it, and it has me excited to watch part 2 and conclude this series of film. But number 1, the best musical of the year is Better Man. I think the Robbie Williams biopic. I don't know what a Robbie Williams is, but I was interested in his life story. It is a very conventional story of the rise of stardom, but at the same time they made it so unique and so fun. His music really works well in integrating into the story. It's not just like a highlight reel of his greatest hits. It's more like they're using the music to actually tell the story. The visual effects are fun. The choreography is amazing. There's a lot in this movie. There's moments that'll have you laughing, moments that'll have you crying. There's action in this movie. It totally is the full package. I really wish more people had checked this movie out. It's not doing so hot at the box office right now, and it deserves a lot more because it is such a fascinating movie. There are some cool edits in this and it does not disappoint in terms of raw storytelling and a musical experience.